I'm so excited about this because this guest, I was so excited when she would be on the show, and I think only a handful of times. I loved everything about this person, and I first noticed her on the Parks and Recreation show. Did you ever
Of
watch
course,
that?
a sitcom. I saw it, yeah.
Yeah, and she played the girlfriend of a guy who's now like a big superstar. His name escapes me. What are you going to do?
Johnny Depp?
That's right. That's right.
Couldn't have been.
No.
No, just kidding. But go ahead.
And one of the things, and she's such a very nice presence, a very comfortable presence, like a friend from high school or a friend you would know from your house of worship. And then I found out, and I love medical curiosities. This kid, and I don't know how old when it happened, had a stroke, had some sort of cerebral episode. And I was fascinated by that, not only the cause, but the recovery, and always happy to realize that it had happened and had not affected her, and with any good fortune at all, will not affect her. So I was amazed by that.
That's nice.
And that, as you may recall, I think I asked her about the stroke every time she was on the show, and also maybe the time that she had been struck by lightning. No, that's someone else. I remember that guy that would come on and
Yeah. He never gets cold anymore.
and every time he was on the show, and he was irritated about it. But I found that fascinating.
Yeah.
About the guy, more so than almost anything else he accomplished. But anyway, Aubrey Plaza, and now a big star, big star.
She sits down, I remember, as if she's like visiting from outer space.
That's right.
She's like a totally,
Yep.
from another universe.
Yes, and we welcomed her to our civilized
and
experience.
I saw her on YouTube or something that's saying, characterizing her talk show appearances as performance art.
See,
So,
there you go. Learn something new.
Yeah.
I did not realize that she was artistically
Doing a
performing.
thing, yeah.
Delightful. Here's Aubrey Plaza.
Welcome to the program. Thank you very much for being here. It says here you just flew in today. Is that right? You just got in today?
Yes,
Was it
good
because of the
morning.
storm and stuff you couldn't get in earlier?
Yeah, actually, I think so. The flights were kind of all messed up, so I actually came right from work. I did a scene where I stole a car, and then I got in another car, and then I went to the airport, and then I had a connecting flight in Minneapolis, and then I got here just in time, and I haven't slept.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's virtually impossible to sleep on an airplane, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I actually usually just knock myself out, but you have to time that out. If you're on a longer flight, you can like take a pill or something. But they were. It was like 2 3-hour flights, so I was like licking my Xanax and just trying to get enough.
Does that help? If you just lick the Xanax?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a dream state, so.
Well, sure, not sleeping and then traveling and everything. It's just awful. I feel
this
bad for you.
is normal to me.
Oh, this is normal.
It's the most normal thing I could be doing.
Yeah.
So.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Wilmington, Delaware.
Wilmington, Delaware. I don't know many people from Delaware.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is Wilmington like? Nice town?
Yeah, it's great. It's a place to be somebody. That's the town motto. Really, it is. It actually says that on a wooden sign when you enter the town.
And when you were a child, is that where you realized, I want to be in show business or comedy or TV or something? Is that where you got the bug for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Family encouraged it?
Family, yeah. Yeah, I think they encouraged it. Yeah, I was a weird kid. I did a lot of weird things. I was always dressing up in costumes and running around the woods and.
So you lived in the woods in Wilmington?
Kind of. Well, one of my houses backed up to the woods, to a cemetery actually. So I did a lot of things in there. I actually don't know what I'm talking about right now. But
You're just kind of making stuff up?
yeah. No.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Now, here's the other thing, and I hope you don't mind talking about this. At 20, you had kind of a medical thing happen in your life. At 20.
Yes, that's right. I had a stroke when I was 20.
That doesn't happen usually at 20, does it?
No, it was kind of a freak thing.
Do you have a history of it in your family?
No, I don't. The doctors actually, a lot of them have different theories on why it happened.
And for example, what's the theory that you have embraced?
Oh, I haven't really embraced any single one of them more than the other. Some of them say it was hormonal, like maybe related to the birth control pills. Some of them say it was migraine related. When I was a kid, I never really had any symptoms or any kind of weird signs other than.
Do you have migraines? Did you have migraines then?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I had migraines. So they thought I had a brain tumor once, but I didn't. I had a weird personality, and I was weird, but nothing physical,
That wouldn't,
really.
in and of itself, that wouldn't trigger a stroke.
No. I don't think so.
Well,
I hope not.
but you're fine now, right?
Yeah, I'm
How
fine
long
now.
ago was the stroke?
It was in 2004. It was really it was the scariest thing that's ever happened
Well,
to me.
absolutely. Do you remember the symptoms of it?
I actually was living in New York at the time. I took a train out to meet my friends in Astoria, and I went into their apartment, and mid-sentence, the right side of my body stopped working, and I looked down at my arm, and I was like, "Whose arm is that? It's not connected to my body." And I kind of blacked out, and then I wasn't able to talk. I had expressive aphasia for the next couple days, and when the paramedics came, I couldn't talk to anyone. It was really a crazy thing, and my friends actually thought I was kidding because I was always doing weird jokes, and they were like, "Cut it out," and I was like, it was really weird. And the paramedics thought I was on drugs because I was so young. They just weren't thinking stroke.
And inside of your head, you're panic-stricken? You're
Yeah,
crazy?
I was going through the rest of my life thinking well, I won't be able to talk anymore, so now what? But I was also just trying to communicate with people, and the weirdest things were coming out. I could say some words, when I was in the hospital, they kept asking me how old I was, and my much older boyfriend at the time was there with me, kind of fielding these questions from the doctors. And every time they asked me how old I was, I would go, 16, which was the only number I could say. I don't know why. And he would go, "She's not 16, she's 20. And they would go, "How old are you?" Yeah. And yeah.
How long was there? Must have been some rehabilitation for you.
Yeah, well, I eventually talked again. I'm talking.
How
Words.
long did it take to regain speech? And was there therapy involved?
There was, 3 days after it happened, I started talking. I remember in the middle of the night, I just, in the hospital bed, I just said, "Aubrey Plaza." And I said my name, and then I said, "That's a good start." And then, so then I was fine, really. I went back to school, and they registered me as a disabled student, which was weird because I didn't have any residual things wrong with me, but I did have a learning specialist that they made me meet with once a week, who was also a drag queen. So we talked about that mostly.
Now, did this really happen, or is this part of the stroke?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Not sure if I'm having one now.
No, just. But I find this fascinating. Are you on medication? Some sort of?
Oh, I'm on. Oh no, not for the stroke.
Good. But you're feeling fine. Your health is just fine.
I feel great, Dave.
Okay, good. Is it Plaza or Plaza?
It's whatever you want, Dave.
Okay. Plaza. Plaza's all right.
Yeah.
Here's what I remember about you. By the way, I'm fascinated by your work in the Parks and Recreation show.
Oh, thank you.
That's fantastic. How many seasons has that been on?
4. We start 5 very soon.
Now, have I seen all 4 seasons so far?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
You called me yesterday and said you've seen all of them.
That's right.
On your iPad.
That's right. And and also in other films. And you had a stroke. That's what I remember about.
Yes. Let's talk about that again.
Now that's. Have you had any more since then?
Oh yeah. Oh, no. No, I haven't. That was a one-time thing.
And what did they say about that? They said, well, here You look out, you might have another one, or
That's literally what my doctor said. He said, look out.
you might have another.
You might have another one. Just look out.
So you're getting top flight medical treatment.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, look out.
Yep.
Really, the doctor actually said, look out.
That's right.
Well, but you feel okay. You look good. You feel good.
I'm fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I live every day in
To its
fear.
fullest. Oh, in fear.
To its fullest.
Now, does your family have a history of this sort of?
No, it really was a freak thing.
Yeah.
It happened, and now it's over, and now I'm doing this. So I don't know.
It wasn't.
Life is weird.
It wasn't. Would you be a candidate for the medical weed?
Oh. Well, I don't know. I'm extremely stoned right now. I smoked a joint with Roseanne
You and Roseanne.
about 15 minutes ago,
Down
and
a
I'm
joint. I see. Well, so you're just whacked.
from my
right?
cold dead hands or something, something like that.
Funny. Oh, golly. But tell us about yourself, because you're a kid in show business, but not really a newcomer. You've been around a while, but still a kid. Am I right about that?
Okay.
Yeah. You've been in a lot of projects and big movies.
couple. I've been in a
Coming up
couple
with big,
movies.
there's new big movies coming up.
I have a movie in theaters right now
Right.
that I'm the star of.
Right.
That's a first for me.
That's exciting. I saw the movie today, and it's all about time
Really?
traveling. Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
It was very entertaining.
Thank you.
I better not tell people how.
No,
it
let's
is.
not talk about that.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
Oh, okay, let's talk about it.
We can't talk about it, or we
No,
can't?
we should talk about it. It's a great movie, and I'm the lead of it. It's in theaters now,
It's filmed in Seattle, right?
it was filmed in Seattle, and it's doing okay. I'm not really sure how that works, with the numbers and.
You don't
and
need to. You don't need to worry about it.
Okay, I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna
it's-
worry
no,
about
it's a piece, and I want to tell you something. The only time I was really interested, except in the end, is when you're on the screen.
Oh,
The rest of it I can kind of fill in. But
okay.
when you were on the screen, I'm right there.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what I want. I want people to don't take your eyes off me.
Yeah.
You never know what I'm gonna.
Now the other thing I didn't realize about you is you're half or part Puerto Rican.
That's right. I'm half Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
50%.
Now your mother's side, your father's side,
My father's side.
father's side. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I have a lively Puerto Rican side of my family, and then I have a lively Irish Catholic side of my family, and I don't know what else to say about that, but that's true.
Which do you prefer?
Oh, both. I mean, there's just so much alcohol either way you go. So, yeah.
What do you do for fun?
Well, that's an interesting question. Not a lot. I play a lot of board games.
Like what?
I play the Battlestar Galactica board game. It's based on a TV show. You should see it on your
know
iPad.
what I started playing last weekend with my son, and it drives him crazy, is Risk. Have you ever played Risk?
No, I haven't played Risk, but I would like
It's
that.
the game that goes on forever. It goes
Yeah.
on forever.
The one that I play is also like that. It's like an 8-hour. It's one of the most complicated board games you can play.
Right.
And I wear a costume when I play.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, I do.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Do you have siblings?
I have 2 younger sisters.
Oh, and are they interested in your career in show business and such?
Yeah, I would say that they're interested.
Do they want to be actresses?
My middle sister does not, I don't think, and she's an environmental design major. And
What does that mean, environmental
I'm not
design?
sure. She designs, eco-friendly. I don't really know. I'm just lying. I don't know. And
You're just lying about your
Lies.
sister. Yeah, it's all
Lies.
lies. Do you have a sister? Do you have any sisters? No. No sis- There's something wrong with you.
yes, I know.
But did you have early show business experiences?
Yeah, I did community theater,
Oh,
and
sure.
stuff like that.
Yeah, what kind of productions?
Plays, I did. I was a duck. No, I was a chicken in The Ugly Duckling, And
Wow, it's a tough gig.
I know, right?
Chicken in the ugly duckling. That doesn't go anywhere.
But now I'm here, so
Let me ask you about
take
this.
that, duck.
Yeah, exactly. This is, I think, later in your nascent career. This is 2007.
That's
It's
right.
here in New York City. That's you, Donald Trump, and I think Donald Trump's son, young son there.
That is me.
Yeah. And what is it? What's the story behind this photo here?
Well, that actually had nothing to do with me trying to be an actor or anything. That was just me trying to make money to eat. And I found a job on Craigslist to be a mascot to play that character, which is actually a British, I think, children's book character named Noddy.
That's Noddy the Elf is what it says.
That's right.
Noddy the Elf.
Noddy the Elf. I actually have never read any of those books. I don't know anything about that character, but I did dress up as Noddy the Elf.
Do you remember what the gig paid? How much did you make for that?
I believe it was like $7 an hour, and
And the objective was to have your photo taken with Donald Trump. Now,
That night it was.
Was
Oh.
that easy?
no, a lot of times it was just to walk around and try to get people to be interested in me as that character. But that night they really wanted me to get a photo op with Donald Trump,
Right.
and he was very popular. So I was kind of like, and I was in the costume, and it's really sweaty and really hard to maneuver yourself. So I was the whole time they were just really pressuring me, like, just get in there with him. And I
And
was.
he wanted no part of it?
No, I mean he wasn't being mean or anything, but he was
He
busy.
is, I mean, in all fairness, he's very camera shy.
Yes.
After 7 seasons on Park and Recreation, Parks, by the way, what a funny show. What a wonderful cast, and it's proven in that the cast now is going on to even bigger and I can't say better, but more activities.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone is up to a lot of activities. I feel great about it. I feel sad that it's
Sad
over,
that it's over,
and you know.
What kind of things will you be doing now that you're not on the show?
I don't know, really. I have no plan at all. I was thinking of gaining skills, survival skills.
Survival skills.
Marksmanship,
Marksmanship,
maybe.
sure.
What are you going to do when your
You know,
show's
see,
over?
that's the thing. As I was asking you that question, I realized I don't have an answer
You
either.
want to hang out with me? Or
I do.
You want to take me to the symphony or the Kentucky Derby or something?
Not the Kentucky Derby. I'll take you places. Where do you want to go?
I don't know, Dave, maybe a Broadway show?
No,
or
no. 'Cause my knees
All right.
start to cramp.
Bowling?
Bowling, I got a bad shoulder. But let's do something. Do you like to
Stroll
travel?
around? Yeah, sure, I'll do anything.
Do you like being outdoors in the Wild West?
Yeah, I love the Wild West.
Really?
The wilder, the wester. The better?
The wilder, the wester. But aren't you in a film with big shot Robert De Niro?
I hope so. We haven't started shooting yet. I start shooting on Thursday, but I was
Really? Where are you going to shoot it?
recently just Atlanta, Georgia, and yeah. And yeah, so you know, if this doesn't jinx it, I hope I don't get fired. But
You're
that'll
not going to
happen.
get fired. They're lucky to have you, for
Well, I
God's
don't
sakes.
know. What do I know?
What kind of movie is it? Is it a comedy?
Comedy. Well, let's hope.
And what does Robert De Niro do in the film?
You know, he plays a grandpa who's looking for some action. I've never talked about a movie before. I've shot it before on a talk show.
He
but,
plays a grandpa who's looking
I don't know what
for
to
some
say about it.
action.
I don't want to get in trouble, but
Yeah, and what is your part?
well, I play a girl looking for some action. And I'm actually, you know, my sole, if we're going to talk about it, which we are, I guess, so my sole purpose in the movie is to have sex with him. And his...
Really, to have sex with Robert De Niro?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, God.
And,
He's at least 4 times your age.
Okay. Well, I mean, age doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
No.
Wow. Somebody said you're going to be involved in the Super Bowl. What are you doing with the Super Bowl?
No.
You're not involved with the Super Bowl?
No. Newcastle Brown Ale has decided to do a campaign where they're funding an ad for the big football game, and it's kind of like an anti-commercial, so they've asked me to be their anti-spokesperson because I actually don't care. So you can go to www.newcastleBandofBrands.com to find out about it, or any other website.
You drink beer?
Ever, because it makes no difference. Not really.
Don't drink beer?
Well, sure, sometimes.
Do you get drunk?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you?
I used to be a horrible alcoholic.
Okay.
For all my life. I started drinking when I was like 13 and continued till I was 34.
Yeah.
And I was drunk 80% of the time.
Yeah, I'm like a bit of an all or nothing kind of.
Yeah, I loved it. I was one of
yeah.
those guys that I looked around and everyone else had stopped drinking and I couldn't understand why.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. For me, it's like quantity over quality.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
How's your health? You look great, by the way.
Thanks.
And you're feeling well?
I'm feeling good. You always ask me that when I'm on your show.
Top physical condition of your life.
I'm fine. I did have a stroke 10 years ago. I haven't had one since.
And you're tired of talking about it?
I'm not tired of talking about it. But I'm good.
Are you on medication, anti-stroke medication?
No, I stopped taking that, so I'm clear. And I just.
What do you do for fun? You're active woman?
Yeah, yeah. I do a lot of things.
You play basketball.
I play basketball.
That's great.
I'm on a adult recreation league.
We have a picture of you and your
yeah.
team right here on the cover of LA Weekly. There you are. What is the name of your team?
We are called the Pistol Shrimps. That's me biting the leg of. Yep. That's me. Right there. So.
What position do you play?
I'm a point guard.
And does that mean you shoot or you just set up the plays?
I do both, but I try to assist as much as I can.
How many assists do you get per game?
I like none. I'm not very good.
How many points?
I think they just made me like the leader because they think that I could do it, but I'm terrible.
Yeah. How many games do you play in a season?
We play a bunch. The league's actually gotten kind of out of control. There were 6 teams in the league originally. Now there's 24.
Wow.
It's getting a lot of publicity. Teams are being sponsored. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is coaching one of the teams now.
You're kidding me.
People are taking it really seriously. One of the other teams asked me to sponsor their team. So not only am I on my own team, but my face is going to be on the jerseys of another team.
That's a conflict of interest.
Not for me.
That's not right.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I'll sponsor anything.
Good luck getting into the Hall of Fame.
If you want me to sponsor the last couple of shows that you have
Would you do that?
in spring, I'll put my face all over this.
I would love that.
Just my face right up there.
Oh, that would be delightful.
Yeah.
Tell me about Ned Rifle. First of all, what a name. Is the guy's name Ned Rifle because it means something, or that's just his name?
That's his name. It's actually the 3rd movie in a trilogy of movies. The first movie was called Henry Fool. The second was called Fay Grim, so it's a character's name, and it's kind of like the theme.
And these are books, fictional, or
no, these are
original
movies. It's a
screenplays?
Hal Hartley film.
Original screenplays.
Original screenplay. I don't know if you're familiar with Hal Hartley. He's an amazing filmmaker. He made a lot of independent movies in the 90s. And this is kind of like the final chapter of Henry Fool.
Did you enjoy the experience?
I did, yeah. It's a little bit of a departure for me. It's a really different kind of part for me, and that was really fun. And it's people really like it. It actually got an award. It was at the Berlin Film Festival, and it was awarded a prize from the ecumenical jury. Which,
what is that? How does that word apply to the film festival?
It doesn't, which is why I'm bringing it up, because not many films are awarded a prize from an ecumenical jury, which is kind of like it's more of a religious award, and so that's kind of interesting. And actually, I brought the description of it because I don't remember things.
Uplifting spiritually?
The prize is for films that sensitize viewers to spiritual, human, and social values. Which, so if you would like to be sensitized to these things, you should check the movie out.
All right.
And
Ned Rifle.
yeah. They also describe the movie as a refreshing and provocative study of human nature and religious motives, and they describe my character as a family stalker, which I thought was a funny way to describe anyone, like to just throw that term in so casually.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
heard it before, but
Are there funny aspects to the film?
yeah, it's a dark comedy.
Dark comedy. Well, there you go.
I guess I'm not making it sound very funny,
No,
but
it's fine.
but I play like a girl that's just been released from a mental institution, and I'm stalking a family according to the ecumenical jury of Berlin.
Here's where the fun begins.
Yeah, it's a wild ride. Y'all should really get on board, and it's a really amazing movie. And Hal Hartley is very important to me. I saw his films when I was in college, and it was a really big deal for me to be asked to be in his movie because I was so familiar with them. And then now I'm just like in one of his movies. It's like a weird fever dream.
Good for you.
As is this.
All right. You're from Delaware.
Yep.
From Delaware. Do you ever go back to Delaware?
I do. I have to, because I'm from there. And
You don't have
I
to go
know.
back. It's not like
No, I
it's a
know.
law. You have to return to the.
know.
Yeah, I got to go back to Indiana once a month and check in with the authorities.
Well, all right. Well, I'm going back this weekend.
Okay. And what will you do there?
Well, my father actually threw together a premiere of my movie for my hometown.
That's great.
And it's a charity event for this theater that I used to perform at, a community theater that's a very struggling theater.
I
And
bet your parents are very proud, and this is a lovely
Yeah.
thing they're doing for you and the community.
That's right. And it's gotten way out of hand. It's totally crazy. The governor's speaking before the film. There's going to be a red carpet. I will be the only celebrity on that carpet. Just me.
Do the people, does your hometown know that the movie features time travel?
I think most of them have seen the movie, actually.
Oh, they've seen it
Well, it's out
already.
in theaters, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a premiere anyway, just for the fun of it.
About a month late, but
Yeah.
well, that'll be
But no, I think so. I mean, it says it on the poster, I think.
time travel.
I think it's on there.
Yeah. All right. Now, Aubrey, we have a clip I think we'd like to show people. Why don't you tell them what the clip is?
Okay, this clip is from the film, and I'm terrible at speaking. And I'm playing a character, and I'm asking him. I'm answering the time travel ad, and then.
Oh, this is the thing that was on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, where they do the little headlines thing.
That's right.
And so the whole idea from the movie came from the Tonight Show.
Yes. Well, no. I mean,
Well, we're
we
not
don't
showing
give
a
them the
clip.
credit.
Forget it. We're not.